tough day at the office. Where did Leicester fall down today, do you think?
I think from a personal perspective, like I'll own what happened on the pitch today. You know, we asked the players to play a really brave style of football and we found ourselves 3-0 down in 9 minutes. So I think there's probably a reflection piece for me to go away and have a look at there, which is really important for us with Arsenal and Man City coming up next.
Tactically, you feel you got it wrong?
Tactically, I think if you get the press right and you get pressure on the ball in those high areas, it can be effective. But we're talking about top-class opponents today, and one mistake suddenly gets them in behind and creates that opportunity. So I think we probably just have to reflect on what's the right approach for the next few games to try and make sure we don't find ourselves feeling what we feel right now.
Like you say, this is the first of a tough run of games against top sides. So there are some learnings for you think, that you can take into the Arsenal game?
Yeah, definitely. I think every week we talk about performance, and at half time we spoke about the fact that we weren't happy with what we'd produced in the first half. But I think we tweaked some things and the players were very clear coming out second half, like what it was we were going to set out to do. And I think anyone who watched the game will be able to see that. And I think for large parts of the second half, obviously, Chelsea took their foot off the gas. I'm not naive enough to think otherwise. But at the same time, for large parts of that second half, we did show greater compactness and make it a lot harder for them to create opportunities. But they're top class players. And, the first goal after half time is a cross that goes in at the back post. And again, suddenly the momentum goes in their favour. And the girls have got to dig deep and be resilient, and I can't really have asked much more of them in the second half. I said to them at half time, I need 11 soldiers on the pitch, so if you want to get out there and do it together, show me that, and I think they did, so I'm proud of that.
I saw at the full-time whistle a few of the players really upset, a couple were crying. How do you pick them up after this?
I think by taking ownership, ultimately I set them up to play a certain style of football, and today that caught us out really early on in the game. So I think from what I said to them is, look, I'm going to stand here and own it. We're live on Sky, and I got the game plan wrong for them today. But individually, they've got to turn up on Tuesday and give me 110% and be ready to prepare for the next game.
Now, I know personally you enjoyed going up against one of the best in the game in Emma Hayes, and I noticed that she said a few words to you at full time. What did she say? Some words of encouragement there?
Yeah, she's a great person, and even throughout the game, the more goals they scored, the more she, empathised on our side. They played well today, and we know that, if they've got top players and they're given a little bit of space, they're going to punish us. I think, she reminded me of the journey that she's been on, and, where she started and where she is now, and I think that's important. Right now, this moment is about picking our players up and getting them back together, and that's the main thing for us to focus on.
Thanks, Lydia.
Thanks.